Hello and welcome to another edition of the Dashawns2cents In. So we're back with an in-studio interview. It's been such a long time, but someone requested it, Mr. Eli Everfly.
Yeah, it's good to be here, man.
Yeah, you brought a friend. Biagio is off camera. Come on.
Hello.
Yeah, there's Biagio. Charming, making an appearance here.
Yeah. We're all here today, all the Santinos.
Santinos.
All the ones that matter.
Why'd you want an in-studio interview, though?
Huh?
Why'd you request it in studio? You've been on a show once before. That was a year ago now.
Yeah, it was a year ago, and I felt like, I didn't really get to say much.
Yeah.
And it was just a long time ago, and I felt like I've grown since then, and there's a lot more to be said, and a lot more to be brought out as well.
You're the talk of the town now. You're SoCal Says you're Rookie of the Year right here.
Thank you.
Keep up the Santino streak. How is it winning Rookie of the Year and follow after Chase footsteps and stuff?
It's been great, I've read the list and I'm aware of all the rookies of the year, like B-Boy and TJ Perkins and guys like that. It's really going to be really hard to fill those shoes, but I feel like I'm doing good right now and I'm on my way to success. I'm just going to keep trying and keep giving it everything I got every time I step in the ring.
Speaking of TJ Perkins, and you're facing Ryan Kidd at your show, so the best. What are the other guys that started off young like you did?
Yeah.
So kind of your size. Is that who you model yourself after, Ryan Kidd and the TJ Perkins type?
Guys like that I actually do look up to, because they're so young and they've already done a lot,
Perkins was with WCW, and that's crazy. I talked to him in interviews, talking about WCW to TNA, to be like, that's crazy.
Yes.
He's 27.
It's crazy. He's wrestled Ultimo Dragon, being so young and so talented, guys like that I do want to pattern myself after.
Definitely.
Yes. And, Ryan Kidd, he's such a great talent too, and even when I was training, I would watch him, and I always thought to myself that I would want to be like him as well, and then I just to find out he's younger than me, it's just been more amazing, and I've always wanted to wrestle him, and once I got the opportunity to wrestle him, I booked him, and I felt like we're gonna have a really good match together.
So look at the camera because you're looking at me more.
Yeah, I'm so used to looking at you.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yes,
this is unedited. We can't edit stuff, but we're going off. Boom, boom. For TJ Perkins,
awesome.
I just love doing interviews, and especially with a guy I know. I've been watching for a year now. At your David match and the weekly showcase and stuff. We have a list of topics, but we'll bounce around. We won't go in order. But when did you start watching wrestling? When's your first memory? What match? I was thinking for the Kevin Steen, just my inspiration. Kevin Steen always take stuff and Mr. Wrestling. Kevin Steen.
He's a great wrestler.
And a great talker, one of the best talkers in the Indies. Yeah.
I've always knew of wrestling, I can't recall me first seeing it. It was always there as a kid, Hulk Hogan and all those big names. And I do remember what really got me into wrestling was when I was 4 years old, I believe, or I think I was probably younger. Hulk Hogan wrestled Goldberg in WCW.
Okay.
And I always knew of wrestling, but one of my best friends in Kansas was really, really into it, and that's what everything he would talk about. And we saw that match, and ever since then I just been really hooked because he was one of my best friends. And then I just from there watched WWE, Raw. I've always watched the UFC, and Shamrock. And when Shamrock went to WWE,
definitely your style.
Yes, it was something I was really interested in, and seeing him wrestle The Rock, it just got me hooked. And ever since then, I've just been watching wrestling.
That's what I've been watching wrestling. I get into interviews and doing all that.
Yeah.
So how did you? Let's see what we got here. Who are your favorite wrestlers going up? I know you have a cruiserweight style and a submission style.
Yeah.
Who are your favorite guys? You said Shamrock and stuff. Makes sense because you have the jiu-jitsu, you have the submission style.
Yeah. Shamrock would be one of them, but really the guy who won me over was The Rock.
The Rock,
he was just such a great entertainer, and as a kid, he made me laugh. He made me believe.
Yeah.
And his selling, it's over the top. That's one of the guys. Rey Mysterio obviously is another one. Probably Chris Jericho, Ultimo Dragon.
Definitely.
Just mainly all the cruiserweights. Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. Tiger Mask.
I teacher Bill Perkins. He was the first ever person to mention Benoit on the show. Your second person to mention Benoit.
Yeah.
We don't go down on Benoit. He's a great wrestler.
No.
Everything else is just...
Yeah, his personal life, aside from...
wrestling-wise, he was great.
Yeah, he's actually one of the best workers I've ever seen,
Definitely. Circumstances beyond stuff. Let's see. Did you watch indie wrestling when you were a kid? And did you know about the scene?
Actually, I didn't. No,
Where did you grow up at anyways? Did you grow up in California or where did you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up, well, I was actually born right here in Bellflower.
Bellflower, California?
Yeah, yes. I was born here. Yeah. And then we moved to Alhambra.
Okay.
And yeah, I've lived there for a majority of my life. I've never knew of the indie scene really. I would always watch WWE, and I've always heard of like Ring of Honor and little places, Dragon Gate, you know. But it's actually when I actually started training is when I really got into it, you know, and like I started exploring different wrestling styles, you know, and I started actually watching Ring of Honor, you know, and I started watching PWG, and then my first PWG show was I think All Star Weekend 9. Yeah, it was actually my first indie wrestling show to begin with.
My first indie show was Epic War with Ryan Kidd on the show and Biggie Biggs and Tyler Bateman and stuff.
Yeah, and I remember when I was at that show, I was fucking astonished. Dude.
Yeah, like, DD4 2012, my first indie show. Second indie show, but not the clusterfuck Epic War was.
Yeah, and I remember when I was training, I was looking up Ricochet, and Ricochet just amazed me, dude. Like when I was training, I always thought to myself, man, you know, to get over, if I ever wanted to be in the WWE or TNA, I would have to do a double moonsault, and I freaking look it up online, and there it is, Ricochet, you know, doing a double moonsault, and I was a little bit jealous, but
he's a guy that's evolved now, and he's more of a striker and trying not to do the high flying stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, guys like that, I look up to now, and I just, you know, if I could just get at that level, you know, I could.
And you're doing good.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely. So how'd you find about Santino's and stuff? Did you know about Joey Chaos and the background of like XPW, LA?
No, like I said, I didn't know anything about it.
Same here, XPW, like when I first interviewed Joey Chaos, I was next to Supreme, I didn't really know who Supreme was. Like now I know like all Supreme stuff now, he was in my video, and I didn't even know, like...
Yeah, you know, I've seen Supreme before, like on the internet, but I didn't know anything about indie wrestling. I was like, oh, it's another one of those, you know, blood shows. But yeah, like I found out about Santino Bros on the internet actually, because I was oh no, it actually wasn't on the internet. I was at SummerSlam one year, and I got handed a flyer, and I always kept the flyer, and I always thought, oh, this is cool, you know, if I ever want to do this, because at the time I was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I was actually like, you know, a pretty credible practitioner, so I didn't really want to shy away from that, but you know, eventually when I did start professional wrestling, I had the flyer, and I was like, oh shoot, I guess I should just look this up, and I looked it up. And I saw Chaos, and then I saw Robbie, and I saw Mongol, and all these guys doing the 80 shows and stuff, you know, online. And I found an interest, and sure enough, there was a bus that took me right in front of my house, straight to the dojo, you know? Yeah, so it was meant to be almost. Yeah.
Talk about the jiu-jitsu stuff, and like you talked about in your promo last showcase. Talk about this jiu-jitsu and like the tournaments and stuff. What were you doing and stuff?
Well, I started training when I was 13, you know, and then I did high school wrestling for 4 years. I was the captain of my team in San Diego, you know, and after that, I just, you know, I stuck to jiu-jitsu because I love grappling, I love competition. Kind
of a Kurt Angle, Dave Richards time.
Yeah, you know, and then, I had the privilege to fight at American Nationals, you know, and win a title there, and then Best of the West 3 times.
What is Best of the West?
Best of the West.
People are getting confused because that was a wrestling tournament for AWS.
Yeah, no.
What confusing people was.
Yeah, what it is, it's a tournament in Carson.
It was 12 when happened, so that.
It's a tournament in Carson.
Okay, Carson.
Yeah, it's
where the Home Depot Center is.
Yeah, like by there, you know, it's just a jiu-jitsu tournament open to all belt systems, you know, and just like. You just register, and I guess the best of the best win, you know.
Okay, cool, yeah.
And then I also had the privilege to wrestle at Worlds too in 2011, and I got a bronze medal there, you know.
Do you think all this has helped you before your training with Santino's?
Yeah,
prepared you for all
it mentally, it got me prepared mentally and physically as well, because I already came in shape, you know. I was in phenomenal shape, and I was able to take a lot of punishment as well. But you know. Yeah, it did, and then as far as like technique goes as well, you know, like I knew a lot of the things that the wrestlers, professional wrestlers, really didn't look at wrestling as, you know what I'm saying? You kind of get what I'm saying? Like the holds and a lot of just submissions and sweeps, you know, counters.
What'd you find here between MMA training and the wrestling training at the teams? What was the differences? What was the same?
I would say the impact, because us wrestlers, we're trained to take a lot of impact on our bodies, and I would say compete at fast pace, and MMA training is more of awareness, and I would say taking a lot of punishment, and cardio is just like a huge deal in MMA because when you're tired, you get choked out. That's it, man. You get knocked out, man. You gotta have your hands up. But if I were to put one over the other, I would say that professional wrestling training is by far way more intense.
Turn around a lot more. It's like different training stuff. Yeah. Do you train still in both, or do you just now more focused on just in wrestling?
Yeah, just in wrestling. I do want to just go back into jiu-jitsu training as well, but I really just don't have the time, and professional wrestling just takes so much of my time, and I would want to be 100% dedicated to it.
Definitely. You're 20 right now, right?
Yes, I'm 20.
Yeah, like on your cagematch.net. There's 45 matches on there. It doesn't have all your matches, but it starts up there. That's crazy. That site is crazy. You go look up anybody from Santinos have all their matches. Even like day before, I don't know who runs that. It's like magic or something on that. It's
crazy. Like it's a stupid person behind the keyboard. Dude.
It's just crazy. It's the Wikipedia of wrestling. If you haven't seen a cagematch.net, it's just every match you just want to know. It even has a dark match from yesterday, from Sunday.
Oh really?
It says Terrence defeated blank. It has one question mark. You're on there, but didn't put Rudy on there.
Oh okay.
Yeah. See where we're at now.
Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy. Let's see. Did we get on the weekly show? Let's see. Let's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's see what we got. How'd you develop the character Eli Everfly and stuff? And how long did you know about your debut and stuff? How long did you train?
Was that what was the question?
Let's see. Right here. Sorry, it's all mixed up and stuff.
Oh,
all good. So, like, when they said you got to come up with a name and character, how long did it take you to come up with this character? I guess something different. I like this character, and it's evolved over the years. I think it's a work in progress, I think.
When they told me to come up with the name, I have already came up with like a bunch of weird, stupid names. Like,
and your real name is on the cage match.
Oh, it is?
It's on there. I found it out when I went to the Santino's New Year's party. It was on the... it was on there.
Yeah, I came up with a bunch of names. Like, one was like Glide, Clyde, Supervene. A bunch of weird names.
Yeah.
One was Levi Superfly, which was actually what I wanted to be. Okay. And I pitched the idea to Chaos, and he totally, I guess, rejected it. And he didn't even tell me about changing my name, but he just put on the flyer Eli Everfly. And I was like, who's this? And then Ali Hussein actually texted me like, hey, dude, your name's Eli Everfly. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I look, and I'm like, no. And I actually didn't like the name at first.
Like the name.
I hated it, dude. I hated it. But I didn't want to disrespect my trainers, or I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted to keep my mouth shut. So I came out, Eli Everfly, raised my hand, and actually, my entrance when I do my little bow, I didn't even think of it at the moment. I came out and I was like, oh my god, what do I do? I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was, and I went on the ropes and I did a stupid bow, and the rest is history. But now my name is Eli Everfly, and the character, I had different ideas at first. I wanted it to be cabaret. I wanted to be like a cabaret host. I wanted to be a circus acrobat. But now it's kind of evolved into something of its own.
I know in Hollywood now it's an acrobat from Vegas. That's the character's background. Do you even know if they're saying it on the commentary, or you just hear it after?
Yeah,
that was out the background. I hear one of your matches he's the acrobat from Vegas. I'm like,
I've actually only seen one of my matches, and that was with Adam Pearce.
Yeah, she's on my DVR over there.
Oh, awesome!
She's on DVR.
I was
getting choked like this grab on his throne.
Yeah,
Instagram at his phone. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it was pretty cool slapping him.
I was being in the ring with Adam Pearce when the mainstays of SoCal scene.
It's honestly surreal. It's he creates magic in there, Even though it was a squash match, it was magic, and I felt every single word, it pierced through my soul, man. The crowd was crazy. It was awesome.
Definitely. Were you nervous for your debut?
Oh yeah.
What was your debut again?
It was April 18th of 2013.
Okay, who were you facing?
I wrestled Eli Hussein. It was the second match.
Definitely.
Yeah. I was nervous as hell, man. Like I remember behind the curtain, I threw up a little bit. I was shaking. When I stepped out of the curtain, my eyes got like super wide, and I was just like, oh my god, is this really happening? And then like I got lightheaded, and I think I was moving a little too fast. But it was just surreal, man. Like these things you dream of when you're a kid. Like when am I gonna debut? What am I gonna do when I come out? Playing video games as you're a kid. Making your freaking characters, your entrances, and to like actually for that to happen. When you come out, when you enter and you see the crowd, and like most of the time don't even know who you are. But still, it's just a surreal feeling.
And how's your friendship with Oli? He's been with you like since like day one, right? You debuted around the same time, definitely.
Yeah, we debuted around the same time.
How do you think having someone with you on this journey, how's that helped you? As a tag partner and like facing off and being rivals and like that was the first like rivalry, wasn't it, with Oli?
Yeah, we're good friends, we're good training partners, good rivals, in and out of the ring, in real life too.
Definitely.
We're always competing. He's a great talent, and it's always a privilege and it's always an honor to wrestle him because we give it everything we have. We train together, so we always try to step it up. And it is a blessing going with everybody like Biagio and Haas and all those guys. Traveling to Vegas, and most of the time the journey itself is greater than making it.
Yeah, good crowd, good people like Biagio, Haas, all of them, a good class of Sentinos.
Yeah, man.
The class right now is great. Do you think the weekly showcase has helped this class of people like Haas and Biagio and you and Oli? The weekly showcase been on for 2 years now. What's it been? It's been about 2 years.
Yeah,
a year.
I think it's almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Been around for a while. Do you think that's helped everybody?
Yeah, the showcase, man. Like at the time, it was running every week.
Every week. Is that hard? Every week. You're wrestling almost every week.
Dude, every week we have to set up. It's a small place, so we're limited with people, but we have to set up. We have to wrestle. Every single week. And it gets tiring, but it's helped us out a lot, and we all got a lot better, and we've all grown and evolved because of it. And we can just thank Chaos and like the crew for letting it happen, because at first it was just supposed to be like for only a few times, and it turned out to be great, man. And for you, thanks for coming every week, dude.
Only missed only 4.
Yeah, man. Especially
Chaos forgot me once. That was the only once was Chaos forgot me.
I do remember Ricky picking you up.
Ricky.
I remember he saying like, I know Sean Black.
No,
it's
Sean White.
Yeah, it's Sean White. Okay,
Sean White.
That was the funniest.
Ricky Ramirez making his return at the Sentinos next time.
Yeah,
Biagio, nice getting the laughter of an audience, studio audience over there. The studio audience of one.
Yeah, Ricky now he's a total different person now. His name's Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie
Suarez. He's an entirely different character, a different personality, different moveset.
That's a guy that kind of came, but then he got hurt. And how do you think it affected him, man?
Yeah, man, it was just really unfortunate for him, but
I didn't forget that Strikeout Kid. Now he's no more Strikeout Kid, which I think was a weird gimmick. I thought.
Yeah,
that was a weird gimmick.
A lot of some people liked it, some people didn't. But
one gimmick I didn't like. I said he was that Barracuda Kid.
Barracuda Kid. You didn't like Barracuda Kid?
I didn't like that. I think
Why was that?
It looked weird.
Random, right?
It's like
dude. I beat him though. I beat his ass to a bloody pulp.
What is your favorite match from the year you had when it was Winter Weekly? You faced different opponents like every week.
My favorite match?
Some of your favorite matches that you need to look up because they're all online and they're great to check out.
Honestly, my favorite match at the dojo so far has been against Famous B.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Famous B.
I think your tag match, like with Oli and against Tyler Bateman and Bobby Rios,
that was great too.
Tore the house down. I thought that was amazing. I was like, damn.
Yeah, man, we gave it everything, dude. We tried to kill each other.
Tyler Bateman and Bobby Rios tagging up. You didn't think that would be a good combination, but they kind of did pretty good.
Yeah, it was a little weird, the combination, but they.
See, Sean's getting off track, getting all around. This is like Sean's like the in-studio interviews, which haven't been on for a while because people are hesitant, but. I wanted to do it, and we're on here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Trying to enjoy myself and stuff. So yeah, definitely the weekly showcase every week. Been there. That got you in Hollywood. How did you get into Hollywood and Treasures in Hollywood?
I really just showed up and I showed my face and I said hi to everybody and I just was helping out anything they needed, you know, whether it was the ring or cleaning or bringing people water. I really didn't care. I just wanted to show respect and show myself. And eventually they gave me a spot and I just ran with it. You know.
What was your debut match?
My debut. I don't even remember. Was it against Othello? What was my debut at Hollywood? You probably remember.
I'm pretty sure it was against Othello. I think so.
Yeah, I think it was against Othello.
No, wait, was it against Nick? Ali?
He's saying real names here.
I don't know.
We're going to bleep it out.
Yeah.
He's beat Othello, so I'm like, say Othello again?
Othello.
Well, he said it like yes.
Othello. Othello. No,
That guy's a
but
big fucking dude.
yeah, he's ginormous, man. When I went to kick him,
how's it working with Othello? Is he good to work with?
Yeah, he's great to work with. He's just extremely huge.
How is it working? Like being so small and working with such a big dude. How is it there? What's the pros and cons to working with someone that big?
You know, I'm small and I'm used to working with big guys.
Any guy's bigger than you.
Yeah, but a guy like him, he's I would say he is limited because he's so huge and I'm limited too.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, well, we're professionals. We can work around anything, you know. Honestly, if you're a worker, you can work with anybody, you know, whether it's whether he's 2 feet or he's 7 feet, whether he's a man or a woman.
So we have exactly Allen with one leg and we have
one leg, yeah, right.
Big arm.
That's gonna be this guy after Friday. I'm gonna freaking rip his leg off.
Oh yeah, Friday you guys are doing that Fights for a Pro NorCal.
Yeah, Fighting Spirit Pro. It's gonna be Survive and Conquer in Atwater, California, at the Atwater Community Center. Yeah, I'm gonna wrestle Biagio Crescenzo for the quadrillion time.
I think guys' last match was very good, like that.
Yeah, man. You know, we're great rivals and we're good partners as well. So anytime you put us in the ring, we'll try to kill each other. You know, we'll try to step it up. It's all about pride, really. Honestly, it's about pride and respect and winning people over.
How much of a match did that for? I know you debuted a couple months ago.
Yeah,
against Ali.
Yeah, my first match was with Ali Hussein, and it was really well. It went really well.
I know they mentioned me about you're like, oh, how's your Everfly? I'm like, oh, I'm like,
yeah,
he's a dick. I don't book him. He's a dick.
Yeah, I'm a dick. You know, I'm a sincere one though. But
I said you're awesome, man. Like you book him. He's gonna show you guys some.
Yeah, every time I step in the ring, oh man, I'll give it everything. And then that's one thing a lot of people they say to tone it down, and you know. But I honestly I believe wrestling has evolved already. You know, and I believe if we want to take it to the next level, then we have to challenge ourselves. You know, and my craft is a lot. I understand that my craft is a lot different than a lot of other people's. You know, it might be a little too fast. It might be a little too much. But then. You know, what's wrestling if we can't take it to the next level? You know, what's wrestling if we can't have that superhero aura? You know, because we are larger than life. You know, that's what we're trying to portray.
Or smarter than life.
Yes. That too.
So how did size affect your training? We didn't touch on that. It's one of my questions.
Honestly, like when I first started training, I was prepared not to wrestle. You know, I've always wanted to wrestle, but I was prepared not to wrestle. I was prepared to be a ref. And other things too. I just wanted to be involved in the business, and just to be here is crazy. It's surreal. Like I said, being small is a disadvantage, but it's an advantage as well because my body type. I feel like I can do a lot of things that other people can't, and I feel like I have a lot more available and to offer, you know, as well. And, you know, entertainment is entertainment, man. Like, whether you put a ginormous guy or a small guy, they're going to entertain you.
Is that the lucha scene? You've been on UIPW, Lucha Bro. How'd you get into the lucha scene? Like, what was your in for that?
The lucha scene?
Yeah. It's kind of easy to get into. There's, like, every Sunday.
Yeah.
It's not a hard thing to get.
Especially around in LA. There's, like, so much everywhere, you know.
It's not like we're in Nebraska.
Yeah.
We're not, like, it's not like Iowa. There's, like, the Lucha Bro. Which has a bad rap, but what's your thoughts on like Lucha Pro? Like there's a small ass ring, there's like the same matches all the time.
Yeah,
What's the Lucha Pro? Let's fucking do comedy.
Dude, honestly I love Lucha Pro, dude.
Definitely,
like, it's a strange crowd, you know.
Rocky's here.
You've got kids You got kids around cussing at you, you know, calling you fag and calling you this. You know.
Like, how old was this kid called you a fag?
They're like 8.
8?
You know, 10.
Damn.
Yeah, and their moms are there. You know, they don't say shit. You know, they're just like them. You know, they're just street people. You know, but yeah, Lucha Pro is awesome, dude. The crowd's always hot. You know, and yeah, the ring is small, but there you can challenge yourself and. They're not limited. You can do anything, you know. Like they don't really tell you to.
They don't share like you do.
Yeah. They won't tell you. Oh, you know, you guys can't fight outside of the ring, or oh, you guys can't do this. And if you wanna,
we know all the matches are on YouTube because my friend Roger Garcia, shout out to him, his band Lucha.
Yeah.
Always filming the matches. What matches have stood out to you? What matches should people look up?
As far as my matches?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, my favorite match was against Simon Lotto. Actually.
Oh yeah, Simon Lotto, good job.
Yeah, over there, you know, I've had some good matches, and I think all my matches were good. There weren't really any that were too bad, but my favorite was by far against Simon Lotto.
Simon Lotto, IWL, and Hinge.
Yeah.
How was that being there? I know there wasn't much fans, but it was a good learning process.
Yeah, it was, man.
Even though I grabbed you and you were chopped by Jay.
Yeah, I know
on
that.
Instagram.
Yeah, that's a good picture too.
Yeah, definitely. Being part of the Nobodies. How was that? Being part of doing the angles?
Dude, that was an awesome program. You know, it's especially because Pinky and the guys I got to work with. And the learning experience. I've never been a heel before at that point, and I got to work as a heel. You know, and I believe that expanded my mind. I got to look at wrestling differently, and yeah.
So you have an expert in Eli Everfly's career.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
IWL, it's a great promotion. You know,
What's your thoughts on Hinge? I know it failed, but there's like 5 episodes up there. Your matches on there.
And Hinge, it wasn't really that successful, but for what it was. You know, it was good.
Who did you wrestle on Hinge? There's a few episodes.
I wrestled Che.
Which is a good match, which I helped Che.
And I think that's it, dude.
That's one match.
Yeah, I valeted most of the time.
Yeah, definitely. No.
Yeah, just Che, man. And, you know, that one match they gave me, I just, you know, I took it to its limits, man. And
let's see what else we got on this.
Yeah, Che's a good worker, man. Huge head, hard to knock out.
Yeah, like bobblehead. He was here. He was on the bar area interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I'll expand to new places like Vendetta Pro. You've just wrestled Che.
Yeah, I just wrestled Che at Vendetta Pro.
Definitely.
Yeah, dude, I love that place. Yeah, honestly.
In Cedar Valley.
Yeah, dude, it's such a professional organization or company. It's they have you know, it's professional. They have
guardrails.
I
don't know where they found them.
The apron actually says Vendetta Pro.
It does.
You know,
they have Billy Blade,
yeah.
Justin Duncan, all those guys.
Dude.
They do a really good job.
Yeah, they do everything in their power to make it look as awesome as possible. Yeah. And it does, honestly. And, you know, we got Titantrons.
Yeah, you get Titantron. Will probably out soon on Christopher TAC, something, I forget the name, but he has all the entrance videos on there, which are all pretty awesome.
Yeah, and me and Che, we had, what I would think is like at least a 4 or 5 star match.
Definitely, you got power off the top rope, I heard.
Yeah, you know, Jesus
Christ. For Hurricane around it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. But yeah, man, we did all kinds of crazy shit, man. Like, we took it to the next level, I think, for that show.
Definitely, Simi Valley.
Yeah. And I don't think the Simi Valley fans were really used to it.
Yeah, it was MPW, the end of the Dead Pro. Then it was there twice. Now, I think the third time they were there.
Yeah.
I was at the first show. It was good. There's some good matches, definitely.
Yeah.
I was at House Harper Saturday. Interesting show.
Me and Che definitely wanted to bring Santino's over there, man.
Yeah,
I did like Deja Vu's, freaking Acai moonsaults, and the crowd. At first, I thought they were like not into it, but they were just fucking like astonished, man. Yeah. They were just shut up. They were just like, you know, they didn't know what to say. You know, and anything I gave them, they fed off of it, which was awesome, man. Like, they fired up.
I was to be on a show with Chris Hero and like a little Cholo and a Dragon, definitely.
Oh yeah, those are really credible names, man. Meeting them it's always a privilege. And
Chris Hero's one of the nicest guys.
Yeah,
they're on the show.
One of the nicest guys, man. Chris Hero is such an awesome dude, man. He's so considerate, and he wants to help, man. Honestly, and he's one of those people you can just go to and talk to, and he'll give you any advice that's needed.
See, some people that go to the NXT and go to the upper levels, some people you think they get big head, but that guy didn't. No, I interviewed him like a month after leaving NXT. First being back PWG.
Humble is one of the humblest workers, honestly.
Definitely. And what about EWF? You've wrestled EWF a couple times.
Yeah, I wrestled EWF.
How was wrestling EWF? It's interesting.
It was fun. You know, I wrestled Haas, and I got a win over him.
Haas.
Yeah.
Haas.
Luckily, but yeah, it's a nice promotion.
There are so many
they didn't ask me back, but yeah. You know, I'd love to be back, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
What else you wrestled on your NWF? You wrestled with Lucha Pro. UIPW had some good things. UIPW.
Yeah, I had a few matches at UIPW.
Working with Sean Black, which don't people like.
Sean Black and Luis Tapia and Freddie Helmuth.
Wasn't Bill Chu like your old man Bill was the manager like Black and
stuff? Old man Bill, man, old Bill. But yeah,
crazy stuff in SoCal.
Yeah, crazy.
This stuff is.
Yeah,
you won't see anywhere else.
Yeah, SoCal's awesome. The SoCal wrestling scene is so awesome, man.
It's so hidden stuff. Like people like, say like Eli, who is that?
Yeah, who's Eli Everfly?
Well, your highlight videos are exhausting. You have 2 highlight videos.
Yeah.
One that's not available for mobiles.
I know. Yeah, I made it off of my Mac, and I don't know. I really don't know what went on when I was uploading it, or even the format. But yeah. You can only view it on the PC.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna have some new highlights up eventually.
Yeah, 2014.
Yeah. End year highlights. I've been wrestling a lot lately. I gotta get all this on tape, you know?
There's been a lot of places.
Yeah.
What are moments that stick out to you in your first year? What are some of the 3 biggest moments?
The 3 biggest moments?
Yeah. How many you want to see? We've been on for...
I've been hitting the head so much, man. It's so hard to recall. I think when I wrestled Chaos, that was a big moment for me because I actually felt like Eli Everfly, and I actually felt like I was wrestling a zombie.
When did you feel like you came into your own? Like, how long has it been? You've been a year and how long?
Yeah.
Year and a half. Like, when did you feel like you were in this? You're like, I have this. Or you still feel like you're not?
No, yeah, I feel like I'm all there now. But I would say around that IWL time.
Unhinged. Like you had the character, you had the moveset, you knew what you were gonna do like each match.
Around that time is where I really started to butt out, you know, and I really started to I wouldn't say peak, but I was you know, getting better, and that's when I really got it. Wrestling really clicked in my head, you know.
You hear about your breathing? That is Rocky, not Biagio. So Biagio does not have asthma or whatever you think he does.
This is not me. This is not Charming.
It's the dog.
It's not Charming.
The dog.
This is not Charming.
The dog. The Biagio does not sound like Bane. Rocky, go. Biagio's supposed to be the dog controller, but there's dogs just running around.
Dogs are awesome.
Yeah, dogs are great. We've had dogs all around the show. It's cool. So moments stick out. So
it was against Chaos. You know, it's really hard to recall, man. I've had a lot of amazing matches, and most of my favorite moments have been on the road. Honestly, you know.
What's a road story, man? We like on the Dashawns2cents. We like this.
Yeah,
we like that. Always good stories.
I got a road story just recently in Vegas. We went to Vegas on the 7th of June. We all got stuck down there.
Oh yeah, I heard that. That was the story, man. I heard that.
Yeah, we were in Vegas. We wrestled the show, and then Ali Hussein's fucking car broke down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Right when we were about to leave.
It makes me feel better. I didn't go on the trip up the line for pro.
We ended up staying there like a night extra.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, we're trying to get jumps from people, you know, and the car was already fucked up as it is.
Yeah.
So we're getting jumps, and after a block, the car would just shut down, and we're there freaking pushing the car in 110-degree weather from place to place to place. And eventually we got into the MGM, and then like fucking all day without eating, without anything, dude. We thought we were gonna get stuck down there forever, honestly. Like, we thought we were gonna live in Vegas. We're gonna have to fucking buy jobs and shit. I mean, get jobs.
Buy jobs.
Yeah, buy
Where
jobs.
do you buy jobs?
Hey, you can buy jobs. It's Vegas.
we're unscripted here.
Yeah. But yeah, man. And then thank God, Gregory Sharp, man. He came through for us. We were in the MGM, and he tried to give us a jump, and he noticed that our car was just fucked up and it wasn't gonna go anywhere. And all we had was the money to get home, you know, for gas, dude. That's why we weren't eating. We didn't have enough money to eat, like, you know. And then all the money we had was in Vegas, you know. So we spent our money on.
You put like dollar and black for that.
Try
to put it up there.
Exactly. So yeah, that's all the money we had, and just Thank God, dude. God bless Gregory Sharp. He came through for us, and he gave us money to take the megabus, and he gave us a ride there. You know, and if it wasn't for him, I'd probably still be down there. You know, we probably have Biagio selling himself in the corner. You know, for
Nice.
Come on. Yeah, if it wasn't you, it'd be me too. So it's okay.
You can be but Stu Stone calls the acrobat. You can do the acrobat stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but
go to Circus.
Try out, huh?
How was FSW going big? Was it your first time wrestling there? Or
no, it was my third time actually.
Third time.
Yeah, it's an awesome place actually. I think it's a great show combined with I would say like a dojo show and a TV taping.
Definitely, it's like they run Fridays, like every few weeks.
Yeah, every few weeks or so. They have big
shows too.
Sam's Town and stuff. But
Joe DeFalco and stuff. Features your stars of wrestling.
Yep.
And never part of the United Wrestling Network that is hard to explain. We don't have 2 hours to explain it.
Yeah.
Somehow we're gonna have a big tournament in LA County, which is gonna feature I don't know who.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know
where. I don't know when.
We heard LA County.
It's going to happen, and Eli's not going to be on it.
I just don't think we need another NUA. Like this is not. We don't need another alliance of wrestling companies. So more to Vegas. Sam's Town's a good venue. How's the crowd in Vegas compared to a crowd around here?
You know what? The crowd, I don't really think they're a wrestling crowd, honestly. The crowds around here, you can tell by like the chants, and they're more familiar with wrestling. But over there, they're a lot of them are new. Or
there's two promotions. There's Adrenaline Unleashed, and there's
well,
six-sided
I've never wrestled for Adrenaline.
You want to wrestle in a six-sided ring?
Yeah, I've always wanted to wrestle in a six-sided ring, man. Ever since watching TNA. But.
You remember the six-sided ring. Yeah, all of us did. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and honestly, when I get my promotion running, I want a six-sided ring.
The six-sided. They're expensive, I heard.
Yeah, they're very like $7,000, $8,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one thing I do want to bring back is the six-sided ring.
Oh, six-sided ring in SoCal. It's exclusive right there.
Yep. But the FSW fans they're freaking great, man, and they're so heartwarming and welcoming. But they're not as hot as over here. I think.
Yeah,
I like this scene.
definitely.
Yeah.
Let's try to talk to every promotion you wrestle for. That's hard to do, but ones that stick out to me that I remember. Fans United Wrestling, because you wrestled and had incidents, knocking out something.
Yeah, actually, that was my most favorite match.
Jacob Diaz.
Yeah, my favorite match to date, for sure.
Marcus Wright was my first main event. My first ever show was him winning the double titles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Jacob Diaz history to Dashawns2cents In.
Yeah. You should get him on the show, dude.
He's been on the show. Mr. King's runner. Took over.
Yeah, Jacob Diaz, man, he's my favorite guy to work with, honestly.
One of the most underrated veterans in the scene, I think.
Absolutely. He's a great talent, great psychology, and he has an immense work ethic. And when we went to Fans United Wrestling, we wanted to do something different, and we wanted to stand out, and we wanted to kill each other. So
they just came to the ring with like machetes, and they're like,
yeah, exactly.
It was like the Game of Thrones fight from Sunday.
Yeah, we wanted to set the bar, and that's exactly what we did, man. We had a 5-star, if not 6-star match there. I dove up. I went as high as I can. And I didn't even know I hit the light, but I hit one of the lights and I broke it, and the glass shattered everywhere in the ring, and we ended up wrestling in the ring full of glass. But yeah, and that promotion it's an awesome promotion, man, and it's very new.
Yeah. How's the crowd? Like it's in
the crowd over and stuff. The crowd is awesome, man. Yeah. They're all drunk off their asses, and it's 21 and over, but they do have some.
They're 20.
And it's funny because every time I'm there, they chant CPS or they chant check his ID, yeah, which is cool, because I am underage.
Yeah, I think you're the youngest person in the studio.
Really?
I think you are. Was it Che, Knox, Willie, right? Everybody was like over 24 or something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, but honestly, Fans United Wrestling in San Diego is.
What's their next show? If you don't know.
The 27th.
27th.
Yeah, Pandemonium. Yeah, it's
B-Boy and Brian Kendrick on the show. That's gonna be pretty cool.
B-Boy and Brian Kendrick's gonna be on the show, and.
Speaking of Brian Kendrick, who I think gave you one of my favorite matches of you this year. You were just SoCal Crazy, which only me and my friend saw.
Yeah, man. Honestly, that's one of my favorite matches too this year, and it was recorded, right?
I think it was.
Yeah, I saw a few cameras, but
because
it never showed up on YouTube.
Look how Rocky's like. You can see Rocky definitely in the camera angle now.
Yeah,
people have requested Rocky more.
Yeah, he's a third person.
But definitely, so if you guys came in the opening match, you guys just like this is what wrestling is in SoCal. This is the definition I think of wrestling right there.
Yeah.
And in front of like 4 people, like you guys went all out, and we tried to chant and stuff, definitely for you.
Yeah, those WPW shows, man, they don't get a good draw, but they're very, very.
Did you wrestle the ones that were in the dome?
No, I actually didn't. I wanted to, but at the time I wasn't really aware of how to even get booked. I think
it's a show up. When we had the Sheik versus Castle Ray. There was barely people there, but the second show, once Chaos started helping, then like the second show, which we were gonna have a third show, was the 26, which you're going to the main event. So you went an opening match first show, second show main event.
Yeah, it was actually what was the main event? It was supposed to be me and SoCal against the Monsters.
And then 6-man turned into.
Yeah, and it turned into a 6-man because SoCal wasn't able to make the event, which was really unfortunate, but it turned out pretty well.
I was talking with Pinky and Haas and just getting in there.
So fucking weird.
It's an odd team.
Yeah, it's a really odd team, but we fucking did it, and there was so much cussing involved. At some point, everybody was just cussing. You know, it just. Cuss word after cuss word, F word after F word, you know.
And after we had the Monsters got Super Commandos, and like, damn, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, how was that anyways?
I don't know, that 100 views, and I don't know, still know what's going on.
What is going on with that?
I don't know if it's a work or not. People are confusing me. I'm confused by far.
Yeah.
Because they sold a wristband. The Commanders are pissed off. I don't know. Something's gonna happen. Those 4 are in the same building.
Are they booked anywhere against each other?
No, but people want it. People have seen this happen on 2 cents. They're like, Stepdaddy's like, you know Stepdaddy Roscoe. He's like, I'm going to book this promotion. I think Commandos was good. Another match that was a highlight of the year so far. The chair match. Migraine, Tornado, and you. We throw chairs thrown at you.
You know, honestly, I didn't even know it was a chair match.
It wasn't a chair match. It was just
happened, right? Yeah.
Throwing chairs and shit.
I went into that match thinking I was going to have a good old-fashioned triple threat wrestling match. You know, with Mike Rain and Human Tornado.
Never was normal with Human Tornado.
Yeah, exactly.
Even my interview with Tornado was not normal.
Yes, yeah. He brought a chair in the ring, and at that point, I've never been in a hardcore match in my life.
Welcome to hardcore.
I've never been hit with a chair before.
Yeah.
And he swung a chair at my face and gave me this little. He busted my nose open. It's still kind of there's a scar there still. And I broke my nose before, you know, and at that point I was fucking freaked out, man. I was like, oh god, I gotta get surgery again. I gotta be off of wrestling for like 5 months, you know. And but still, it was a crazy match, man. And once I saw my blood, dude, it was something changed in me, dude. Like it was something clicked in my head. And
what about that crowd there? Like people outside the gates, like yelling, and fans yelling that.
Right? Yeah, dude. The crowd is crazy.
There's more people outside the fences than anything else. It's hard to explain that show because if you weren't there, it's hard to explain. Like it's just like old school SoCal, like what you hear, stories you hear, like the marketplace and the Frankensteins. It wasn't like the most like the 5-star show, but it was entertaining, I think.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
I got taken down by Bobby Hart.
Oh, really?
Because Willie did a forearm, he like flew at me and like broke the chair.
Oh, shit.
I want to get off my ass. Yeah, definitely. Only place to see Bobby Hart, Robbie Phoenix, one-on-one. Interesting. Ooh. That was an interesting match.
Yeah.
But look at Robbie got off from that knee. Yeah, they came running in the ring. Definitely got. Let's see. What do you think the future holds and like goals for yourself? Because you've done a lot in your year. Like, this is a year, people.
Yeah.
Eli's been around this since April 2013. We're in July 2014. This is the year.
I had a privilege to go to different states so far and wrestle like about 5 different TV companies. But my ultimate goal would be to just be the premier high flyer in all the world. You know, like how Ricochet, AR Fox, Rich Swan. Like, just to be up there in their class, just to be mentioned in those names would be surreal to me, you know? Like, just how everything is happening right now. But Yeah, I do. I would want to go to WWE.
Definitely.
I would want to work for TNA.
Definitely.
You know, but
or
you know,
Japan.
Japan. Yes, I would like to go there. Obviously, those are obvious choices.
Well, Mexico.
But my main goal right now is to work at Ring of Honor.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I can to try out and to go out there and probably possibly live out there.
Yeah, definitely. I think you would be great to be on wrestling, all the stuff over there.
Yeah, that's my ultimate goal so far. But right now, my goals are just to win the submission title, dude. You know, and to get on the top shows here, like AWS. You know, like that's one of the shows I've been wanting to get on since I actually started wrestling.
Definitely.
And you know, I feel like I'd be a good, you know.
Just there'll be a time when you get on there.
Yeah.
Definitely in the show will promote your show, SoCal Wrestling. You're adding promoter to the long list of Eli accomplishments.
Yes. I've always wanted to be a promoter when I was ever since I was a little kid.
That's a good thing to do. Like, I always wanted to promote a show, definitely.
I used to throw hardcore shows.
Oh, cool.
Not hardcore wrestling. Hardcore music.
Okay.
Yeah, like death metal shows. I used to throw it at the Alley Boys and Ghost Club. We used to throw it at the Allstate building in Lincoln Heights.
Okay.
Several other places. I got experience with promoting there, you know, making flyers, selling shirts, all that stuff, you know, just promoting in general. And I've always wanted to throw a wrestling show ever since I was a little kid, you know, playing GM mode on 2007. You know? I always thought that if I ever had the opportunity to throw a wrestling show, I'd go for it. And as soon as I found out about the scene, I really wanted to do it. And
there's so much people you want to go against each other. It's just good.
Yeah, man. And I got a good building. We got a good ring. We got good workers now, and you know we're just gonna fucking do this.
Tell me about the matches going on.
The matches are going on. The main event is gonna be Willie Mack and Los Luchas against Los Banditos. Los Banditos and Billy Cass. Yeah, and it's going to be a trios match, lucha rolls, no tags, one's in, one's out, and it's going to be one fall to finish.
The Jakarta stuff is great.
Yeah, especially around the scene around here, I think it'd be a great main event, you know. And also we're going to have Ryan Kidd and me go at it, two of the young studs in SoCal. And we also got Labyrinto and Robbie Phoenix, SoCal Crazy, and Jacob the Riot Diaz. We got Che Cabrera and Tyler Bateman going to face each other in a lumberjack match.
Okay.
And we got it was going to be a 6, but it's almost turned into a 10-man elimination, no DQ match.
10-man.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. It's probably going to start off the show very hot. And we got
chain match, Sasha and Haas.
We got chain match, Sasha Derevko versus Haas Hogg, and that's gonna be very, very, very interesting.
People are interested, like also next to the guys like saw the flyers, definitely pass on flyers in Hollywood, definitely.
Yes, so we got Ruby Ray, Sage Shank, Katana Vera on the card. You know, we honestly there's not really a settled match, you know, as far as the women go, because I'm still having different ideas, you know, and you know, it's gonna be a PG show.
PG show.
PG-13.
PG-13.
Yeah, but
you have chains.
Yeah, we're thinking of having an intergender match.
Oh, cool.
You know, we're probably gonna have Ruby Reyes go up against a mystery opponent.
Okay.
You know? Something different. It's gonna be a great show. You know, the Los Angeles Boys and Girls Club in Lincoln Heights. Yeah, if you're around the area, you should totally make it. It's a $10.
$10.
That's
a good deal.
Very good deal. Yes.
And see all the guys I read about every week on this show, whatever I tweet about.
Yes. And the cool thing about it is it's going to be a wrestling festival, actually. So different promotions are going to have booths.
Oh, cool.
They're going to be selling their merchandise, you know, and getting the SoCal wrestling scene more out there, you know, to the community as far as Lincoln Heights. Because I don't think there's been a wrestling show in Lincoln Heights probably like in 10 years.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna set the bar there for sure.
Let's lead this in this show. What's your advice to the future students of Santinos?
Future students of Santinos.
The Santino students right now, like the Biagio and stuff, you're just training.
Well, Biagio's up there, dude.
He's up there now. Yeah, he's on the main show.
Yeah. Honestly, like I think I was like the quickest graduate. I was only trained for 6 months, and I was able to break out in 6 months. But honestly, like all that I did was just commit myself 100% to professional wrestling. every freaking hour I got, I would watch matches. I'd be there training, 3 to 4 days a week. I did what I can to just listen to all the podcasts, listen to Joey Chaos and my trainers, and just watch wrestling nonstop. And I was there flyering everything they told me to do. I did it. I did not go against their word. I just had all the respect for them. Passing out flyers fucking every week, probably like every other day, just paying my dues. And yeah, and eventually I broke out, and I still do pay my dues because I honestly think you never stop paying your dues in wrestling. If you love it, then there's sacrifices that come along with it.
I had to pay my dues Sunday. I just started like on the out of the ring.
Yeah,
so it's like I'm not really.
That's awesome.
I didn't wrestle. It's
dude,
like ropes and stuff.
Yeah, I see. Like if you love wrestling, then you make sacrifices no matter what. Like just like if you love your wife or you love your kid, you're willing to make sacrifices. And it's just for the cause, honestly. Like
do the social plugs. So I'm at Dashawns2cents. Prostitutes.com/Dashawns2cents. Your plugs.
Eli Everfly at gmail.com. You got Twitter at Eli Everfly, Instagram at Eli Everfly, and you got Facebook /Eli Everfly.
I'll give you your time, Joe. You can follow you on where. Get on the
camera.
Charming's
down for a bit.
Charming's coming.
Charming.
Oh, so what are we talking about here? Instagram, Facebook, all that
stuff. You gotta plug your stuff, man.
Alright, well, I have a Facebook, Biagio Crescenzo. I have a Twitter at Mr. Charming. I have an Instagram, Crescenzo, like that, Crescenzo. Charming,
Where did you find about your teenage idol ring, Christian Cage?
Dashing Christian Cage?
Yeah,
that's one of them, huh?
He's gonna be facing Miss and Mike Brown in the Monster Ball.
Hell yeah. Yeah, well, that's charming for you. He's such a
I think the next SoCal and Central rookie right there.
Definitely.
The next one. It's the
triple. This is my time.
Yeah, if we win 3 years in a row,
we're
legit gonna be the top wrestling school around there.
Yeah, 3 in a row. Santino's, the Santino Bros on net. You can check out that.
Yeah, check out Santino Bros on Twitter. You can Google them. You can check out them on YouTube. All the matches. You can watch all my matches. You can watch his matches. You can see Dashawns2cents every freaking week.
So say please subscribe, like this video, share it everywhere, tweet it. Definitely. So if you stayed here for the hour, we thank you for tuning in to the first in studio in a long time. Peace.
Awesome.